Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We're having a Tuesday here. So hope everyone's having a really great day. The weather is beautiful. So I understand if you're not live with me today and you are out there working on the balcony or working on the deck. So we're going to do some yoga today, and it's going to be quite flowy as usual. Don't forget, if you are here, just to give me a little wave or a thumbs up or something so I know who's here. Before we get going, remember to always work at your own pace. Take the breaks as you need them. And if you have any known medical conditions or any history like that, just make sure you have hi Elena, the all good to go, 2 thumbs up from a medical professional as well. We cannot assume any liability for any injury or incident that is caused from today's class. So with that, are we ready to go? Okay. Gonna come up to the front of your space. So my husband went shoe shopping. We have shoe boxes so I can get some height today, because one day I'm going to invest in a tripod. But I'm glad he went shopping. Now we can get some elevation on the phone. Gonna bring those big toes together, heels slightly apart, hands to your heart, and close your eyes. And as you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, I just want you to pay attention to the areas of your body that move as you inhale and as you exhale. So for today, let's try and set the intention that we want to feel the body move instead of trying to perfect a pose or make it look pretty. So as you inhale, taking nice deep breaths in, notice what happens in the torso, the rib cage, the shoulders, your forehead. And then as you exhale, how do you feel? So you're breathing in and exhale. Try to release any tension, stress, or negative energy that you're holding. Release your hands down by either side, but turn the palms to face forward. Open your shoulders, rolling them back. And this time as you exhale, draw that belly button in and the ribs down. Just try to keep that relaxed feeling in the chest and the shoulders. Nice strong legs here as you plant your feet firmly into the floor. Let's open our eyes and take a deep breath in. Reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward bend again. This time step back into your plank. Nice strong arms. Let's come down onto the knees for this first one. Scapular push-ups. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together and then separate them. So just notice how the arms are not bending and we're just moving in between the shoulder blades. So I've been spending a lot more time at a desk than usual, and I'm assuming that it's the same old, same old. So let's try and get right in between these shoulder blades. Try to release some of the stress and tension. Now hold them in that separated position. Go ahead and stretch one leg out straight and then the other. Okay, even if you usually hold a plank on your knees, I want you to try coming up onto 2 straight legs instead. Gently tap the right knee down and straight. Gently tap the left and straight. We're going to go for another 6 and 5 and 4. Where are you feeling this? And 3. Last 2. Last 1. Come down to your knees if you need and lower down chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog or cobra. Hold. All right, so let's stack the joints. So shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all in alignment. Just like we did with the scap push-ups, you're gonna press down into the hands and then let it go. And press, working a little bit of shoulders and arms here. Press into the meaty part. of the palm of your hand and hold. So now we know what a proper plank feels like and an upward facing dog. Feel the stretch along the front of the body and slowly lower all the way down. Curl the toes under, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Remember, child's pose is always a really, really good option for this one. Lift the belly button in towards that spine length and lengthen. And on the exhale, look forward. Inhale, go ahead and step or walk the feet all the way up to the front of your space. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up. And exhale, hands are down by your side. Roll your shoulders out. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the back of your neck. Inhale, flat back. There's the hamstring stretch. And then step back into your plank, knees or toes, slowly lower down. Tricep push-up. Hover if you can. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1. Gonna take the shoulder blades from a squeezing together sensation and roll the outer edges of your arms towards the floor. Continue pressing into your thumbs and index fingers as you just gently nod the chin, looking towards your thighs or your belly button. Keep drawing the rib cage in. And on your next exhale, look up in between your hands. Inhale, step, hop or jump the feet. Look up, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands are down by either side. And again, inhale, reach up, hyena. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, back and down, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog, belly button to spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, stay right here. Work on lengthening the back of your legs, straightening them. So why don't you go ahead and lift the heels away from the floor and then drop them down towards the floor. One more time. Lift up and press the heels down. Staying here for just another moment. And then on your next exhale, look forward. Inhale, walk the feet up to the front of your space. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down. All right, one more time like that. Inhale up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reaching away from the tailbone. Exhale, fold and step back and lower slowly. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. Let's work through that upper back. Just get the shoulders in the right spot, away from the ears, turning the armpits to face the floor. And on that next exhale, look up. Inhale, feet come forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, hands are by your side. Okay, adding on. Inhale, you're gonna sit back into your imaginary chair. And then exhale, fold once more. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale to step back, lower down, tricep push-up, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left heel turns in, right foot steps up in between your hands. Inhale, arms come up. Hold. Reaching through the fingers, gazing up towards your thumbs. Keep bending into that front knee. You're going to relax the arms down, warrior two, as you continue bending into that front knee. Abs are nice and strong. Straighten the front leg. Gonna turn that back foot if need be. Just gonna sink into a surfer squat rather, or keep your hands on the floor. Try and lower your bum down, keeping your left heel pressing into the ground. Gonna transition back as you bring the hands down to either side of your front foot. Stepping back into plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time the right heel turns in and the left foot steps up. Gonna inhale, reach the arms up into warrior one. Hold and breathe. Keep gazing towards those thumbs as you sink into your front knee. So what you're looking to feel is whether or not you feel anything at all. So for me, I feel this in the front of my hip. Make sure that back leg is nice and strong as you press into the outer edge of your heel. Open the arms up into warrior two this time. So we haven't really changed that back foot, but we probably will. Roll the shoulders back. Cool, now let's open up that back foot, right? So we had it 45 degrees, now maybe we open it up a little bit more and sink down into a surfer lunge. Remember the hands can be down as well, just looking for an inner thigh stretch. Gonna transition back, hands to either side of your front foot, step back into plank and lower chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog, pressing into the shoelaces if that's available. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. On the next exhale, look forward. Inhale, step hopper, jump the feet up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sit back into that chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come to stand. One more time through with the chair pose option. Inhale, sitting back. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Inhale, lengthen that spine once again. Exhale, step back into plank. Hang out there for me for a second. Come down onto your elbows. All right, forearm plank. From here, notice if you're arching in the lower back, tuck that tailbone under. You're gonna transition onto that left elbow as you reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. At this point, you can come down onto your left knee if you'd like, or stay here in a full side plank. Option here, you're gonna bring your right elbow and your right knee together and hold it. All right, for 5 breaths. 1, keep lifting the hips away from the floor. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come all the way back down to your center plank so that you can transition over to the other side. All right, holding here. And you can also bring the elbow and knee together on the left side. 5. Squeeze the butt cheek closest to the floor. 4, 3, 2, shaky, shaky, and 1. Come back down onto those elbows. Let's fix our front plank. Make our way back up into a high plank and downward facing dog. All right, let's turn that left heel in, right foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Hold the abs in. Open up warrior two, and then transition back into that surfer's lunge. Breathe. All right, transition to the front. Hands are down on either side of your front foot. Stepping back into plank chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right heel turns in, left foot steps forward. Inhaling, warrior one. Looks great. Opening the arms, warrior two, and then transition back into your surfer's lunge right away. All right, let's transition to the front. Take the hands down, step back, and lower chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. I want you to take your feet about shoulder width apart, and the hands are going to be about shoulder width apart as well. You're going to inhale into your plank. Let's wiggle, wiggle back there. All right, you're going to take your right hand and touch your left shin or your left foot. Inhale back to plank. Exhale, left hand reaches back. Inhale back to plank. Let's go for another 8. Exhale back, 7. Inhale forward, exhale, 6. Inhale, slowly lower the hips into your plank. That's 5, I think. 4, 3, nice and easy. 2, 1. Look up in between your hands. Inhale, step or hop or jump the feet up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. We're gonna hold this one now for 5 breaths. That's 1. Dropping those shoulders. 2. How far or how deep can you sit into that chair? 3. Let's get those arms nice and straight. 4. And on your next exhale, come up to stand. Give it a good shake. Okay, we warm yet? Okay, we're gonna step back with your right foot into a crescent lunge. So arms are gonna inhale, reach up and hold. So again, lengthening in the front of your hip. So we step the right foot back. Without coming up, without lifting your body away from the floor, I want you to turn into a sumo squat. So I'm just gonna turn this way. All right, goddess pose. So your toes are coming out about quite an angle, and you're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades together. As you come up slightly, just slightly, so that you can turn, and now you're facing the back of the room. Gonna reach the arms up into that crescent lunge. You're gonna turn to face the middle again, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Turn to face the front and step your feet together. Okay, let's do that on the left side. Left foot steps back. Inhale, arms reach up and hold. Okay, so you're squeezing your left butt cheek here. You're just gonna pivot on that left foot and squeeze the shoulder blades together, goddess pose. Turning ever so slightly now to the back of the room. Let's come back to center. Back to the front of your mat and step your feet together. All right, give it a nice shake. So you're gonna take your right foot, cross it over your left knee. Now grab a chair, grab a wall if you need something to hold on to. Gonna cross that right foot over the left knee and sit down into a one-legged chair. One hand on your knee, maybe one hand on the ankle. This ankle here has to stay flexed just to keep the ankle safe. If you can, let's bring those elbows down. If you can, let's reach the hands to the floor. You're in a one-legged forward bend. And then at that point, go ahead and straighten your leg. Hold for 5 breaths. 1, 2, relax your neck. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up just to get your bearings. Walk out of it the same way you got into it and set that right foot down. Left leg. Let's cross it over and hold. Maybe the elbows are coming down and maybe the hands are on the floor. Be aware of whether or not one side feels quite different to the other. and work with it. So why is it one side is tighter than the other? And you want to really use your breaths to help encourage the muscles to relax. Slowly walk yourself out of it, all the way up to stand, and give your legs a little shake. Last time at the front of your mat, you're going to inhale, reach up, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, stepping back, lower slowly, chaturanga, all the way down to the floor this time. All right. Take your right arm all the way out to the side. Hopefully you can see that. You're going to rest your head down on the floor as you look left. You're going to push into that left hand so that you can take your left foot behind you. And we are looking for a chest stretch or release in the chest. Come back to center, switch sides. So you're going to look right. Left arm is going out to the side, palm down. Right foot comes behind you, so you're pushing into that right hand to open the body away from the floor. And back to center. Curl the toes under. You're going to lift up and push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Lower down nice and easy to the floor. Right arm out to the side. Rest your right cheek on the floor. Roll away. One breath. Come back to center, switch sides, roll away. One breath. Come back to center, hands come right underneath the shoulder, or the elbows rather. Press up, push back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down one more time, guys. Open to one side, chest stretch. Other side. Back to center. Press up into a high plank. Back into downward facing dog. Look up in between your hands. Bend at your knees. You're going to step, hop, or jump the feet forward and through. Take your hands behind you, about 6 feet, but the fingers are also pointing to the wall behind you. Gonna bring your feet shoulder width apart. Gonna lift the hips away from the floor and squeeze your bum to push the hips up towards the ceiling. Play around with which direction you want your fingers pointing. That's gonna work best for your shoulders. Keep lifting the hips, keep squeezing. I want you to feel a chest in your stretch, a stretch in the chest, in the shoulders. Drop the hips down. Now drop the knees over to one side, drop the knees over to the other side, come back to center, hips are squeezing up. Drop them down, knees to one side, knees to the other. And again, exhale, push, inhale, release, exhale, exhale, last one. Now, is it okay that the knees are a little wide and the legs are going out on angles? Absolutely. Cool. So you're going to sit cross-legged however it's comfortable. Sit cross-legged with the left leg in front. You're going to take your right hand, grab onto that left knee, sit up nice and tall, lift and lengthen, and twist, looking over your left shoulder. Make your way back to center, uncross, recross. Left hand, right knee this time. Lift and lengthen and look over that shoulder. And come back to center. So you're gonna hug those knees in nice and tight, all right? So you're going to Do the best you can to keep your thighs connected to your torso, using your hip flexors to do it. You're gonna take the hands, there we go. So instead of sitting up nice and tall with the hands under the shoulders, we're gonna round the upper back and keep the hands under your shoulders. So instead of the hands being right beside your bum, they're coming forward. All right, so use your hip flexors. You're gonna scoop in, hollow in the abdominals, nod your chin, and push down into the hands. Now, as soon as that happens, the knees come out and we lose the strength in the hip flexors. So come out of it if you didn't already. So you're gonna lift up and put it back down. Let's do it again. Lift your bum up and put it, even if your bum is coming up 1/2 millimeter, that's a win. Good. So squeeze in, round the back, lift up, and put it down. All right, let's stretch those legs out in front. Lean forward, bend the knees in towards your chest. Same thing, lift up and put it back down. Instead of having a thud, can you gently put it back down? Cross your ankles. Let's do 2 on this side. Lift up and put it back down. And again, press up, switch, cross over the other side, lean forward, round the upper back, exhale up, and put it back down. One more time. Perfect. Forward and into your high plank position, lower chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog. Oh, that feels good after that last one. Exhale, downward dog. Take your right leg, swing it forward into pigeon. Okay, and you know exactly where you like your pigeon to go. Hands, elbows, or forehead, and then you uncurl those toes at the back. And breathe. Play around with it. So you can move your hips around a little bit and find that spot where it works best for you. Sometimes the hips need to be in a different position for different people. And also same thing with the upper body. Just because we can get our foreheads down to the floor doesn't mean it helps us with the stretch. So if you feel like you need to keep that neck long, because it feels better for your neck, go for it. I also like to stack my fists on top of the other and hold here. Hands under the shoulders and come up into a high position. Curl the toes under and lift your back knee up the floor. All right, just enough that you can squeeze the abdominals in and lift your knee up off the ground. You're gonna bring that knee up and hold in this position right here. Lift your hips up a little higher and swing your right foot forward. Drop down onto that right knee, hamstring stretch. Come forward. You're gonna make your way back into downward facing dog, other leg forward. So left one this time. All right. And hold. I can't tell you how good I've been. No cinnamon buns, no cookies, no ice cream. I'm rocking. I've replaced all of it with matcha though. Does that kind of cancel each other out there? Notice if you're kind of clenching your teeth as well. If you start thinking about who knows what, that starts stressing you out. Just think about my matcha instead. It'll completely distract you from whatever else we were thinking about. Okay, up we go. just going to turn sideways. You're going to curl the toes under, press down into those arms, lift the knee off the floor, lift your left leg up off the floor, hold, and step it forward, hamstring stretch. Here we go. Alrighty. Come forward, bring the hands around to the inside of your foot. Give it a hold right there, groin stretch. So you're going to keep that knee directly over your ankle. That leg at the back, it can either stay bent or you can lift the knee up off the floor. You're going to try and bring same arm, same front leg down. Same elbow, sorry. Make your way all the way up. You're going to switch legs. Bringing the elbow down, keeping the knee on top of your ankle. Even if you only bring it down halfway, that's still a win, yeah? All right, two hands in front. Gonna lift that back knee. Gonna press back into downward dog. You're gonna step or hop the feet forward and through and lie down on your back. Take a full body stretch out through your fingers, out through your toes. Let it go. Okay, let's bring our legs into butterflies. So the soles of the feet are pressing in together, knees are bent. You're just going to rest your hands on the inner thighs. Encourage the knees down to the floor. Alrighty. Let's go ahead, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor and bring your left knee and elbow together like so. So again, head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor. Reach the right arm and left leg out along the horizon. Exhale, bring it together for 6. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Keep your eyes on your belly button. And 2. And squeeze, hold, other side, 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hold here, hold underneath the knees, rock and roll, up we go. And you're in a cross-legged position. Let's come into a little neck stretch, so just drop the right ear to the shoulder. Big exhale. Roll the chin down, other ear to shoulder. And look straight down at the floor. Look straight ahead, roll your shoulders back. And thank you so much for joining me. So let's take a deep breath in together. And exhale, hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me on this Tuesday, or if you're doing it on Wednesday, enjoy your Wednesday. We will see each other again on Thursday for a more gentle yoga. I'm going to do a lot of mobility work on Thursday. It's a good recovery day. Thanks again, guys. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you on Thursday.